If you've ever looked at your garage floor and thought it deserved an upgrade, tonight's guests have the solution. Garage Force of North Metro Detroit is changing the game by turning ordinary concrete into beautiful, high-performance spaces that last for years. Their one-day installations and lifetime warranty have made them one of Metro Detroit's premier floor coating companies. We're excited to hear how they've built their business and why so many homeowners and business trust Garage Force to transform their spaces. Please give a built local welcome to Garage Force of North Metro Detroit. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. Welcome to the show, guys. Tell us a little bit about Garage Force of Metro North. What inspired you to bring the business to our community?
A lot of garages that I've seen in my area. We have a lot of new growth in where I live. I'm out in Washington Township, in Romeo area. I see a lot of new stuff going in, right? And I've always been passionate about a very clean, neat environment in my garage, but as well as older homes. You see a lot of these homes where these people really try to clean up their garage and hey, I put this coating down and it's all yellow and it's chipping and I said, well, it's one of those things where you're going to have to keep doing it every 3 or 4 years. The epoxies are not stable and they're not made for the harsh chemicals and the salts of Michigan. In Steve's area, he's got he's a little further south than me. He gets a lot of the same kind of pickup. So.
Yeah, I spent 20 years working office jobs and not having time to do my own personal projects and that sort of thing. I saw this as an opportunity. I can help other homeowners get the projects done that they want to get done.
So it's not epoxy, it's polyurea?
Yep.
Yes. So epoxy by nature is great. It's very strong, but it's very brittle.
And brittle, yeah.
Polyurea is very flexible.
Right.
So as you know, in Michigan, cement moves. That's why there's so much construction everywhere all the time.
Yep.
The nice thing about polyurea, it's actually been around for about 40 years.
Wow.
They mainly used in industrial applications, pipelines, sewers, because it's so flexible and durable. In the past 10 years or so, it's become more prevalent in the garage coating. They realized that the flooring can withstand a lot more movement with the polyurea coatings.
So it's a newer technology than your typical older epoxy stuff.
You can spread out on a piece of plastic, our coating, peel it up, and you can flex it and move it. If you were to try to do that with epoxy, it'll just shatter.
It just breaks, yeah. Because you don't need any hardener in it?
It's a two-part system.
Oh, it is? Okay.
It does, it's an exponential cure, so it's a chemical cure versus an evaporative cure. So that'll kind of lead us into the next topic where, we can get you back in your garage in 24 hours.
Wow.
Epoxy's 3-4 days because that's an evaporative cure. And what I mean by exponential cure is, your cure window is like this and then it shoots up, right?
Yep.
So we have 20 minutes and then 25 minutes, you're done, right? So that allows us to get you in your garage a lot quicker than you normally would with epoxy in a 3 or 4 day situation, for sure.
Can you explain the differences between like the full chip metallic quartz, the solid colors? Can you explain the difference, like which is best suited for certain applications?
Yeah, so I'd say probably about 95% of the work that we do is the full chip system. But that doesn't mean that that's all we do. We're going to go in there and take a look at everybody's individual space and find out what's going to work best for them. Our full chip system, it's a 3-layer system, so we go down with a solid color base coat. While that is still wet before it cures, we come in and we throw as much chip down on the surface as we possibly can. Okay. So if there's a garage floor and it's 200 square feet, I'm going to bring enough chip to do 400 square feet worth of a floor because that chip is actually going to settle down into the surface and adhere with the base coat as it cures. About 90 minutes after we've done the base coat, we've thrown all the chip in there. We come in there and scrape everything clean, make sure everything is nice and smooth, and we lock it in with a clear coat, top coat after that.
Wow.
Okay.
It takes about 24 hours for that to go in, and then you're back on there driving. Our other systems are a little bit more decorative. So you mentioned that we've got the quartz system. That's actually our like high industrial coating system. So it's got a ton of grip, a ton of durability. It's not the most decorative. So this is going to be something that's in
More
like,
functional for industrial.
yeah, loading
Meets
bays.
OSHA standards too for anti-slip, so
Yep.
fire stations, hospitals,
You could drive
warehouses.
You could drive a forklift on it.
You can
Absolutely.
drag stuff across it.
Use it
It's-
for fire trucks and helipads and that sort of thing. It's
Wow.
heavy duty stuff. It comes in 5 layers. It's a thick coating as well.
Pool decks as well.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you have a pool area and you want to kind of color it up a little bit, the quartz system is your best bet because you're going to get that anti-slip and you get some mild decorative. You're not going to get the
The fancy stuff,
the fancy stuff, but you can
were
do colors.
Mentioning, pre-show, basically you could apply this to just about any substrate. which
Pretty
is-
close to anything, yeah. As long as it'll hold a coating, and
Sure.
it doesn't expel moisture. The things that will kill a floor the quickest are moisture.
makes
So,
sense.
and that's any coating, epoxy, polyurea. So it's all about prep.
Yeah.
So if you
So when you say you do it in one day, that's not including the prep of the.
no,
like,
that
say-
is including prep, start to finish, one day.
Yeah.
For most applications, for I'll just say a 700 square foot garage, a typical 3-car deep garage, a crew of 3 can get it done in about 8 to 10 hours.
And say it's an existing old garage, say, I don't know, built in 1957 at 1996 Denby, and there was a crack. Do you have to fix the crack first, or?
Yeah, we usually go in and we start with our assessment. So we come in and we test for moisture. We look at cracks, hardness, pH, and determine whether or not we can actually coat that floor. We can't, in good conscience, sell you a floor that we can't back for life.
Sure.
Right, right.
So if you got a lot of cracks, yeah, we fill the cracks. We have
Yeah.
a very, very robust system for filling those cracks and getting rid of any pits and divots that are in the floor. From there, we put our anchor coat is what we call it. That's the colored coat that goes down before the chip. So we kind of match it to what the chip color is looking like, and then from there, you just keep building on that 3-layer system.
Okay. And so can you be subterranean at all, or, because I know in my house, it's an older house with the garage is under the house, and one wall is below grade.
Yeah.
Right, so in the spring, you feel all this dampness in there with the cold air left over from the winter, right?
We have a solution for that. So some garages and porches, I do a lot of porches. They don't put a vapor barrier underneath the concrete.
Right,
a lot of
right.
older homes have that, or don't have the vapor barrier.
Yeah.
So we have something called a dry coat. So anything above a certain moisture level, we will use the dry coat system. That does add a day to the install, of course. It goes on really thick, and it locks in that moisture, and it allows the concrete to mitigate the moisture itself with that coating, and it blocks that from coming up. And then we chip it and do the same thing that we normally would do.
It's a big part of our process, though. So before we go and do any sort of installation, we're going to come in and do an inspection. Dave mentioned it before. We do full testing of everything. So we're going to find out, is this just seasonal moisture? Is this moisture that reoccurs all the time? We have multiple tests that we run to see how much moisture is actually coming off of there, and then we can make recommendations based off of what product would work best for your situation.
Yep.
And how long, do you have a warranty on it?
Yep. So lifetime warranty with all of our residential work.
Lifetime, wow.
Yep, lifetime warranty. When we do the floor itself, we install a QR code and a medallion in the floor itself.
wow.
So it tracks all of your warranty information. So we attach
Smart.
all the products that we use, what the temperature was, who did the install, what was the date, all that other stuff, so that we have product traceability. We can go back and do research if we have any issues. Also, it creates a transferability for the owner as well. So because that is embedded in the floor, next homeowner that comes in and owns the home, they can transfer the warranty to them as well.
That's big.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good stuff. If it's
Residential
lifetime.
residential applications get a lifetime transferable warranty.
Yep.
They get, like Steve said, they get a medallion in the floor. Once we're done, as we're doing the process, we have to scan in our materials that go into the system. So that tracks what bucket we used of which product. And then the homeowner, they come in, they scan it, we give them the invoice number, instantly registered.
fantastic.
Anytime there's an issue, if there is one, they call us, we could take care of it.
It's fantastic. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love how you both are talking about how you, with the, the customer, take the consultative approach, because I think people really need to be educated on stuff they don't know about, right? And obviously, you guys know what you're talking about. And to expand a little bit about your services and products you offer. It looks like you offer a full suite of like garage storage and cabinet systems. How does that accompany the flooring options with your company?
Well, I was telling Steve, because we drove separate, obviously. I had a customer. He started with the garage floor and the moldings and the steps, and now he wants me to do his porch. He also wants me to quote his basement. He's very, and I when I pulled up, I noticed he's very meticulous. His garage has high gloss paint on the walls.
Wow.
And he's like, I saw on your website that you guys do storage and walls. What is that? So I pull out my samples, and I can our slat walls, for example, we can match the color of the slat wall to the color of the floor. If we have
that's neat.
not quite as extensive options, but we
Sure.
can kind of get close. So he's like, okay, well, I'm interested in that. And cabinets, same thing with the cabinets. We're very customizable. So we can make your garage a whole experience.
Yeah.
It's not just a place to park your car or your mower. We can make your garage your man cave or your woman cave. And it's an experience at that point. And if you're like me, I'm very particular on how I like things. I like things very organized and neat and aesthetically pleasing. And the way I sell it to a lot of customers is, how much does it cost to renovate your bathroom or your kitchen? It's tens of thousands of dollars.
Right.
This garage floor and these walls, first of all, that's going to be one of the first things people see when they pull up in your driveway.
Sure.
Especially if you keep your door open, like I would, because I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
Because it looks amazing. The investment and the return is so minimal, and the return is so high on that, and it's like the wow factor as soon as you see it.
Especially car guys like Mr. Murray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm a car guy myself.
Yeah.
What do you call old Bertha? Mike just said he had a name for
Ophelia.
Ophelia. That's it.
That wasn't my choice, but anyway. So it sounds like you could actually lower the humidity in the room by doing the.
Essentially,
Like it
yeah. I
stops
mean,
the-
if you're not getting that transfer from the floor, if
Yeah.
we're blocking it with our moisture mitigation coating, absolutely.
Yeah. And so you do other surfaces. We were talking. You can do steps and basically almost any
Yeah.
hard surface.
Yep.
Countertops.
We could, yeah.
Yeah.
Do countertops?
We could definitely do countertops.
Yep.
Yeah. I did a metallic coating on some planks.
Okay.
The gentleman wanted to see what it would look like.
Yeah.
So he had some very tall moldings for his garage. Let me just see. I have some spare ones. Let me just see what the metallic looks
Right,
like.
right.
I'm like, all right, well, I'll do it. It's not fun because it's just it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
So you have to be very mindful of that. But
Yeah.
you know,
You
again
got to
with
curb it in there.
yeah,
somehow,
the,
right?
the other systems, what Steve was mentioning, they're more decorative. So the metallic, that's going to be showrooms.
Right.
I had one, he really wanted it in his garage. I'm like, as soon as you drive on that,
It's gonna leave a mark.
it's going to leave a mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the ones that you see on YouTube a lot, the really fancy finished
Yeah.
ones. They look really, really cool.
They are amazing. They look wonderful. But unless you're walking in your garage with socks
Yeah.
and nothing else,
Be a
Right.
problem.
it's,
Yeah.
if you're particular like me, you see a scratch, you're going to freak out.
Can you add like sand to make it more?
I mean, you
grippy?
can, but then it compromises that gloss.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Well, David, you mentioned, you shared one of your favorite customer testimonials on how, he's expanding, he wants more cabinets now, and he wants the steps and the rails. Do you have a similar experience as
Yeah.
far as, Steve,
So you asked us, do we do spaces other than garage floors? So
Right.
one of my favorite ones was a basement that we did over the winter. The folks, they had some sump pump issues, so they had to have basically their entire floor ripped out. They had some channeling done. So there's a nice new pour of concrete in the middle over here and a nice new pour of concrete along the sidewall. And it just looked like it was like 6 different pieces in their laundry room. So we went through, we prepped the entire surface. We find all of those grooves and cracks. We clean all of those out, and then we fill those back up to the surface, so it looks like it's one continuous piece again. And then we were able to coat over the top of it. You can't tell that
Can't even
there's
tell,
Yeah, there's a bunch of different pieces. You can't tell that it's different anymore. We used our Wombat blend, which is a really great blend for basements and that sort of thing. So
Sure.
it looked really, really sharp.
And it's self levels. Right?
Yeah, I mean, when you're putting the coating down, by the time you roll it, it's one uniform coating. You don't see and then obviously the chip adds that layer of color dimension.
Depth to it,
So
yeah.
if you do have an imperfection, you're not going to see it.
And you said the warranties were like one or lifetime And that's for anything, like discoloration, chipping?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, so if you have delaminations, parts of it start to come up, or if you get it, old school formulas, the epoxies and that sort of thing, if it was sticking out in the sunlight, it would start to yellow.
Yellow, yeah.
Our product is UV stable, but for whatever reason, starts to yellow or something like that, we're gonna be back
Yeah,
out there to fix
yeah.
it for you.
Yep, free of charge.
Sounds like you're going to keep up with the times and the technologies and, as they evolve and change. Where do you see Garage Force in the next, for your individual franchises in the next, call it 5 years? You see any new products coming down or anything that you forecast seeing, as something being used? Or where do you see yourselves basically in the next 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, there's some new things that are coming. We can't really say right now, but there's some neat things that are coming through. I just got back from Wisconsin, which is where our franchise headquarters is, and they're about to release some really cool things. Another thing with our chip is we have some exclusive blends that are only Garage Force. So there's some exclusivity there. So I actually have a neighbor that's getting one of those floors.
Nice.
And so I'll use that as some content. But if you want colors to match your favorite hot rod, we can do that.
Right.
Sky's the limit on colors. We have another franchisee's got, this lady wanted hot pink on her floor.
That'd be my wife.
Yeah. So we can do that. You want Detroit Lions? You want Tigers colors?
Oh, okay.
We can do that. We can mix
Day
just
after-
about any color combination.
The day after U of M won the national championship, I got a call. He wanted a custom order blend for U of M.
Yeah.
Yep, so I put in 2 of those floors now with
Wow.
a
Yeah.
custom U of M blend.
That's good.
It's
So
really, really nice.
To answer the question, we both hope obviously to get more business and show Michigan and the Detroit area what we're really about.
Okay.
And it's an investment in your home. Really, it is.
Yeah.
It does add value. It's one of those things, like I said at the beginning, you do this one time.
Yeah.
You're done.
You're done. You don't have to redo your floor. It won't yellow. It won't, cement does crack.
Especially in Michigan.
Yeah,
Especially in
it
Michigan.
does.
Yeah, we know that.
It's a moving evolution that you can't fight. What I tell the customers is you give me a call. You want me to come out and you've got a crack in your coated floor. We'll work together. We'll take care of it for you.
Right.
We'll make it right.
And how do they call you?
So they can reach out to our website, garageforce.com. And that if you're looking for us specifically, I'm northmetrodetroit.garageforce.com, and you're
I'm Metro Detroit Garage Force. So
Okay.
very, very similar names.
Yeah.
My phone number is 586-260-3249.
313-731-0030.
You don't have the get floored or,
No.
the-
We're on the socials.
They're all
so-
taken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on the socials.
Well-
So Instagram, Facebook.
Good.
You want to see content? You want to see the
Yeah.
floors we're doing? I post regularly every day.
Nice.
I just did a transformation the other day. I did my porch the other day, a really cool color.
Yeah.
So we have an exclusive Stonebridge chip system that looks like stone. It's
Nice.
really
All your
neat.
neighbors are probably going,
I actually had a couple of stop and like, so yeah, definitely look us up.
awesome. Well, we do a little lightning round, and since we've got 2 of you today,
Okay.
we'll round robin it. So I'll start with you, Steven. Favorite color or finish?
Favorite color finish? It's the U of M blend that I've done. I really like that one. It comes out really nice. We use a navy base coat for it. So typically our base coats are either tan or gray. With this one, because it's a custom order, I get a custom base coat made for it as well. After it's done, it's got that definite like maize and blue finish, but it also gives like a out of this world like galaxy feel to it because it's
Nice.
this big space with these like speckles of yellow.
Makes
in
the
it.
room look bigger,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, Dave, garage or basement? What do you prefer?
I prefer the garage because carrying heavy equipment down a flight of
Yeah, yeah,
stairs.
yeah, yeah.
We shot blast, which those machines are manageable, but our big diamond grinders, those are 800 pounds.
Wow.
So you can imagine trying to move that thing around.
Yeah.
Well, I think you already answered it, but I'll ask again. Biggest transformation you've completed? Was it the U of M room, or was it?
No, so maybe visually that was the most striking change of it, but the biggest one that I've done, I had a 1,200 square foot garage. That one it had a lot of damage on it. It had a lot of, crumbling edges, and it required a lot of repair. That was a good one. As far as just sheer size and the amount of work, that was probably my biggest transformation.
Wow.
That one got done in a nice domino blend. That
I
one was
guess we
real
didn't
nice.
cover this part either, guys. Is there financing?
I am working on that currently, so
Okay.
I don't have it today,
Okay.
but I'm about 10 to 15
help
days
you out
out.
with
Could
it.
be down the road.
Yeah,
I'll help you out with it.
There you
I'm
go.
10 to 15 days out from getting that secured. That is a common question
Probably is,
about
yeah.
financing. So yeah, we're trying to make it as easy and flexible
Sure.
as possible to get the homeowners the transformations they'd love to see.
Absolutely.
What would you say is the biggest misconception? It sounds like maybe calling it epoxy is a big one,
That's
right?
the big. That is the most big misconception for me that I'm seeing. Another one is pricing. We make an investment. Do we cost more than our competitors? A little bit, yeah. But no one is offering a lifetime transferable warranty,
Right.
And nobody's going to back it by a national brand. We
Or
are,
get a chip in the floor.
right. We're independently owned and operated. But if we need help, we have. I have Adam. I have Steve. I have other people. We even get
Come
guys
together.
from Indiana,
Wow.
or if worst comes to worst, Wisconsin, our headquarters.
Fantastic.
We have, hey, I got this.
People to
weird-
back you.
We have this weird issue on this floor. We have a technical guy in Wisconsin. Send him a picture, get on FaceTime. Oh yeah, I've seen that before because he's seen it all.
Sure.
Here's how you do it.
That's great.
The one that I usually run into is, oh, that's just decorative. It's not necessary, it's just decorative. Well, it's kind of the same thing with like a cell phone, right? Like getting a case on your cell phone, it's decorative, but it also protects your phone.
True.
Right.
You just paid $1,000 for that little device. You want to make sure when you drop it, you don't crack and break it.
Yeah.
Same
Sense.
thing with your garage floor. You put a coating over the top of it, protects your floor. So yeah, it looks decorative, but it also serves a purpose. It's an investment.
sure.
Make sure your floor doesn't fall apart on you.
What is the one thing we have the most of in Michigan winter?
So
Salt.
Yeah.
What does that do to concrete?
eats
Destroys
it.
It eats it.
Gives
Yeah.
it cancer, yeah. Eats
What-
it right away.
What is one thing that you can do to your garage that is mitigate salt? Is these
Call you
polyuric
guys.
coatings? It is salt resistant, chemical resistant, oil resistant. So you're gonna
It's a lifetime
drastically
investment, basically.
reduce the problems with your floor. I have a customer that they replaced all their concrete except for their garage floor, and they have a lot, and their garage floor was crumbling. I could in my hands.
Wow.
I said, "You replace this floor, I will coat it, and that floor will last longer than your driveway at that point." Yeah.
Impressive.
Because I beat it by never driving the car in the winter and parking it on carpet. But that's probably not going to work for most people.
Right, absolutely.
Last one, guys. In one word, how would you want customers to feel when they see your finished product? One word.
Satisfied.
Yeah.
I think satisfied. The wow factor is always, it's fun to see the reaction.
Yeah.
I try to keep them away from the garage as much as possible when I'm
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
Because I want them to come out.
You want
and-
that wow.
I want that HGTV,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
big
Sure.
reveal. Like,
Yeah.
and I've gotten that. And that's what really, for me, resonates
That's
is to see the reaction. Like, holy cow, that's,
Why
I never thought I could see that.
Really enhances the space. I've
it
seen
does.
it before. It's fantastic.
Well, and it's funny because when we were speaking, pre-show before you guys came on, Murray's like, actually, I could use these guys. So maybe we could do something, or at least Murray can here in the
Absolutely,
future.
yeah.
And wanted to thank you both, David and Stephen, being on the show.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank
we
you, guys.
appreciate it. Yeah, it's been great, and we love your product. Listen, I love the fact that it's got, like you said, a lifetime transferable warranty. I love the fact that you can, put that barcode in the flooring system. It's so unique. It's definitely very cool. So thanks for coming on, guys.
Appreciate it.
We
Thank
really
you.
Thank you
appreciate
very much.
it. And
Appreciate it.
thanks for joining Built Local, guys. We'll see you soon.
next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Standing